on Restylane choice. But this thing right here where she's got this little etch line, if you try to fill that with any of them, I don't care, you pick the product, all it's going to do is lift this up and make that line, it'll make it bulge out, but it will still be a line in the middle of it. So the way to do that is with a fine line treatment like we were talking about earlier.
Glasses.
Yes. So in her case, I would, is there, do you see it? Where is the mirror? Look, can you hand her that mirror there? So what do you want to see improved?
The line right here.
So you don't really care that much about up here, do you?
No, I care about more right
Which is really common, you know, where people don't. So it's sort of here down, and her fold's not very deep. So I mean, it's kind of from here down to here, maybe a little bit higher. But that line is what really bothers you the most.
here it goes lower.
Smile for me. Yeah. So it's sort of a classic parenthesis line for a smile. It's not very much here though, but it stops way up here. Probably go a little higher here too. But this, you'll see that, and I'm doing this for demonstration purposes. And frankly, it's not really going to make a mistake. She's got a little like chicken pox scar here too, with the fine line treatment. So we'll do the. She's making a silk up there in our special formula, but that's a fine line from here to here, and from here to here. And then if you're doing regular filler, I mean, you just go below the skin here. I can actually, do you mind if I fill a little bit there just to show? I mean, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So we'll use some Restylane Fine there. And they both work fine, you know. And here, Restylane has less, it's a bigger particle, so there's less surface area, so it can't be subject to as much degradation as the smaller particle of Restylane or the smallest particle of silk. Right?
So it's stable for longer?
Theoretically, again, it's hard for me to really, no one's really done those studies to see if Restylane really lasts longer, but I can tell you it has the least amount of swelling with it. So a lot of people like it in tear troughs for that reason, but you do have to use a bigger needle.
Is it because of the larger particle size,
Larger
less
particle,
surface area
less surface area.
to absorb?
Yeah, plus the three ends that hang on to the water. So she has
Does it already come with this needle?
Oh yeah,
Bigger?
so if you haven't used this before, in the package, they come like this. And there's two needles. These are really, really good needles. So they improve the needles dramatically. They're a smaller outer diameter, larger inner diameter. So they're thinner and they're stiffer steel. And then, so when you take them out, you unplug this. A couple of the cues here, I would tell you that these screw on. They're, you know, so that's lower lock is the term for that. And when you screw them on, you want to make sure they're tight. When you first do this with your nurses, they'll barely put it on, and then you'll start pushing it, all of a sudden it will all squirt out around the bottom, but Far will get you. Or Ashley will? Ashley will get you. So I'm going to do, she didn't, what's that?
Alan.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. They're from San Jose.
Oh.
Yeah, Alan will get you.
So
Somebody will replace
I'm
mine.
going to do the upper part of her fold. She's not that worried about it because this is different. This is sub-Q, so you feel a little pinch or give a squeeze, okay? So the idea when you're in this part of the fold from here to here is a triangle. And then remember there's the angular vessel that comes up here and there's terminal vessels to the nose. So if you see a blanch, you don't stop. You have some hyaluronidase, you flood it with hyaluronidase. You massage it, you put warm compress. We're not going to see that today, but just telling you. So I tell them a little pinch. And so I'm sub-Q now, and then I'm turning it back toward it's parallel, right? And I want to put, I don't want to, I'd rather do it antegrade. In other words, I'd rather be injecting toward the product, toward the target. and letting the product actually find its way there, pushing anything that we don't want it to hit out of the way. And then you do have to do a little bit of blending up above here, but this is the immediate subdermal plane. These are not dermal. And then I think massage is important. Once you put this in, you want to, sorry about that, this is numbing that I'm, are you putting a numbing with it? And then if you use your finger to massage it out a little bit, it'll get nice and flat. She's still got a little line of division there. You see that? It's barely there, and it hangs onto water too, so I'll just do another second drop here. But I'm moving the needle in advance of or moving my plunger in advance of the needle so that it's pushing anything out of the way that I don't want it to get. So that's a little softer now. I have another little drop right here, but otherwise we're treated on that side. So now it's nice and flat here, right? Are there any questions?
How much product was that?
Just a little less than 0.5. Probably, I mean, for something like her, that's typical syringe. So it's really looking too. I mean, this is an art. You gotta really pay attention to the details. And now she's nice and flat there, right? So if we compare this side to that side, not very deep, but she's flat over here. And on this side, she's got a little bit of a tip here. This side isn't as much. So I'm going to head this way a little bit. Have you taken any aspirin or leave or anything? So once I'm below the skin, I'm just letting the product work in front of the needle. So you can see the bleb in front of my needle tip. I used to do retrograde where I push the needle all the way in and then inject coming back. And you can do that coming back, but I'm doing that to prevent cannulating a vessel. And I'm thinking that by doing what I'm doing, I'm pushing the blood vessel out of the way, if there is one. I'm letting the product kind of come out in front of it and push anything out of the way that you don't want to hit or bruise.
Do you try to reflux with HA, or does it matter? It's hard to see anyway.
It's so hard to, it's a great idea when somebody comes up with the right sort of plunger that allows you to easily do that.
Especially with fur heavy too.
You have to stop and then you have to put one hand and hold it stable and not let it come out and pull it back.
Some people swear that they always reflux and they always get. Yeah, that's why I asked you. But I don't think you can actually do it.
So if you do it, knowing where the anatomy is the key thing. I think you just want to avoid the areas where you know there's a possibility. And then part of this too is it's, if I just wait for a minute because it holds water, you see there's a little bit of a dip here, that's going to go away. It's really, you can see how much better it already looks over here where it's had a chance to pick up some water. See this side here? It's not like Juvederm. I mean, Juvederm really sucks the water out. So, but remember, I'm below the skin. If I'm intradermal, I'm going to give her a Tyndall effect, especially in somebody like her. She got thin skin and it's not really sun damage and things like that. So, all those things help to treat this guy. So here's our silk. So we use this little connector. I have a lot of them. We can get them anywhere. And then we put lidocaine in with it and then went back and forth between two big syringes. And so, it doesn't seem to have a huge impact on the performance or duration of effect. So, but with this part of the line, I just want to treat the line. I don't want to treat I'm not going below the skin. So I put a 31 gauge needle on here. okay, here's a little bit. Last thing. So I want you guys to see this. So each one of these is a little tiny wheel. Can you see me lifting that little wheel up? So I can put this very superficially if I made it not so concentrated. So now our fine lines almost gone. We'll compare the two slides here. I'm gonna put the air on here. Can you turn the fan up? Can you guys see that with the little wheel that I'm developing there? So, you know, you can massage these too, but basically, smile. That's good. And then relax. So at rest, she doesn't really have a line anymore.
Oh wow.
So you still make a line when you're smiling, but
Yeah.
you know that's the way it is. You just don't want to line at rest. So if we compare that side, and then we come over and compare this side where she has a fine line. Now all lines are here.
And how much was that?
A little less than 0.5. But remember, it's not as concentrated. Lidocaine in there with it. You can do one, the more, so in the angle, this is for my benefit, but for your benefit to see better, I'm going to do these little serial point injections. There's a guy named, no one would remember him, Arnie Klein, that used to be really well known. He still is, but he was the guy that taught everyone how to properly inject cosmetic. This is what he was doing. He was doing serial point injections intradermally.
So you always treat the fine lines with serial punctures as opposed to linear threading, or it depends?
Yeah, it's hard to do linear threading in a line. I mean, you got to be, if you want to be at the
Because then you
same
can see
plane.
it, yeah.
That loops for that.
Yeah, it's,
So a lot of people still do that.
yeah, I don't know how you do it. I mean, it's sort of, you know, when we learned silk, we went up to Montreal, it was, the instructor was doing the poke and plump technique. So he was using a cannula and making the whole upper lip small. And it worked, but
Is that
it's,
Arthur Swift?
I don't want to tell him.
Well,
I don't want to mention Arthur's name because I wouldn't want to. So I'm losing a little bit of product there, but
Serial point injection intradermally.
kind of feeling too, because it gets a little stiffer where you placed it. Got to account for the bevel of the needle too, but she's got super thin skin, so she might easiest person to start on when you're trying to do an intradermal injection. But it's pretty much gone now. Shouldn't have any cold.
What about the bevel?
Yeah.
Well, so I put the bevel down, but people put it up,
It's
and I
gone.
don't
It's gone.
think it really matters as long as you're in the
Magic.
right place. And this, like I
You
said,
erased
I
it.
did this with the same dilution, side by side on a very colorful gay guy who's delightful, but and he was very verbose, so he wasn't going to hold anything back. And Bellatero one side, silk on the other, and it was completely gone on Bellatero, and the silk was perfect, and it was unequivocal in his decision on what he wanted, you know, for the fine lines for the next treatment. So there's something to that. We just need to do the study, whether it's a nasolabial or
Yeah.
split. The easiest would be a split lip study, because you have so many people with these lines. We've already talked about doing
Yeah.
that study. We're gonna do that study. So I've got my Sahara is working on that.
Just have to get
Siddhartha,
that.
one of your another damn.
Sahar.
All these
New
pretty
fellow.
Persian girls.
Did I meet her?
What's that?
Did I meet Sahar?
Sahara Nadimi. She just started.
She just
Oh.
Very nice.
She's very nice. Very nice.
We're all nice.
You're all smart and you're all in charge. I know the story. I have been to Iran. I also know how to take orders at home. Want to do your lunch?
Yep.
See what I tell
It's
you?
on the orders. There we go. It's on
No,
film.
well, pretend you're always in charge.
Yes, I'm just pretending.
Not you, but general male.
Yeah.
You're always in charge. You're the man. You're in charge.
I'm in charge until you're at home. Then find out who's
Chop,
really,
chop, chop.
Then you find out who's really in charge.
It's a great role.
I might be able to do a little bit more on that one too. Now her lips, she's you know, she's got pretty lips. She's so I'm gonna get a little bit more in there. Let's see. Pretty good. We could lift this too. Have you guys ever done this? And I have a, you know, we can roll this in there first. Have the highlight. I'm gonna get your little somewhere here.
Okay, with that,
2.9 to 1 ratio.
2.9 to 1 ratio.
Or 2 to 1.
Which is,
You want it to last longer, it's 2 to 1. Take a look. It's all going.
Yeah.
You put makeup on that.
Color.
We'll get a little bit more in there. The other thing, well, the reason I put that in there first is that if you want to be able to, 27 fingers like that. You do a little subcision on this too. You put a little subcision. Have you done that? Do a little subcision of that. And because these kinds of scars are stuck in the meantime. So, can I have some ice for her lips?
It's really no.
Yeah,
That's
there's
okay.
no ice in it. What? Okay. So I gave her that first because it'll make it numb, but a subcision allows me to. I want to make sure that there's no fibrous bands that are holding that little thing up. So I'm using the point of the needle to break any of the little scar tissue bands below the skin there. And then that helps that to.
You're just breaking up the scar.
Yeah, below it, you know, when you have a depressed scar like that, there's some little bands, and if you just sort of swipe subcutaneously with it. I mean, it's been used for many years for acne scars. This is a chickenpox scar, though, I think. And once you've done that, give it a second to get a better chance to get
back when the filler wears off?
Yeah, but you know, once you've created that little pocket, the little area where we've elevated, it does seem to take longer to come back, and I think if you do it enough times, you can get them to go away completely. So you can treat acne scars like that too. You know, the ice pick sort of acne scars. I have a lot of them, sorry. And I think resurfacing, the best thing. I angle this needle a little bit so that it's not, so my hand isn't back here when I'm injecting, just kind of away from the patients. So she's got really nice lips. I mean, the thing that she would benefit from is just a little border. I mean, I don't want to make her lips like huge or anything, but by doing some border enhancement, it's going to roll her lip outward a little bit. And, she never needs to watch it. So there's a little plane along here. You can find it. Product. See how it's tracking along there? Natural white lip roll by the ice now.
And that's still the 1-to-1.
No, this is yeah, you don't want to dilute this at all.
Okay, with lips and dilution.
Yeah, lips you're going straight away.
You're using the needle in the with syringe.
Yeah, they make so just do a little massage and that'll take care of that. Pinch it, let it work a little bit. That division will go away. Her Cupid's bow is defined a little better now. And it kind of rolls her lip out. She gets that very much on that. Good on the side of the line. And I avoid doing any in the actual central filtral area, the actual Cupid's bow, right here. I think it looks fake when you do that. It's too much. So if you go right up to the point of the Cupid's bow, right here, and then some people will do the philtrum too. That's called the Paris lip. It was described many years ago with collagen. I mean, I've only done 0.3 ml in her upper lip, and I don't think I do much more for her lips. And then lower lip, I see a lot of people coming way out here. This part of the lip doesn't naturally ever have a lip line to it. If you're going all the way from side to side, you can see it at parties and things.
Yeah.
Nobody has a lip that looks like that. But,
So how far in would you go?
about the center third. If you're going to do border, she didn't even need border. She's got such a good, she's got a very good defined border. And I'm going to do a little bit just here too. Her lips are getting out now. See how that, when I got real superficial, that gave a little bit of a bluish tint to it. So you can line on the side just below the drop right here. There. Okay. So if we're going to do her lower lip, now she's got a good lower lip. Do you want lower lip?
Yes, please.
You want the whole syringe? She's had a whole syringe before, and her lips feel like balloons.
So what do you recommend for the swelling or not?
She's got still product in there though. I mean, so, even though she wants all the syringe, it's just kind of too big. steps if you want more, and see how it works. I'm sorry?
So, what do you recommend for the swelling for patients?
Ice is good if there are some people who get this really sort of paradoxical massive swelling,
Yeah.
and I'll put them on steroids, or give them a single dose of 40 milligrams of prednisone or something. Get that here, I will take it before they go.
Okay.
And that's just if you really, but you can see that when they're here. I mean, if they start, you give them a steroid. So gentle massage, I think, helps too. But where you see little bumps here, that's just where the needle went. So it's a needle from. I like a pillow technique. If you're gonna do her lower lip, paramedian. Everybody's got a natural split because our lower lip comes from the two sides of that embryologically. So I'll put a 0.1 cc bleb in there. Massage it out a little bit. Do the same thing on the other side of the pinch. I'm just looking now. There's a little butt in the middle now, which is an attractive lip. It gives a little bit of a pout. So if we're gonna, I'll just show you this because she's asking for more. But if we're gonna do some more, then I'll go open this a little bit. We'll go back behind at the wet lip border here. This is gonna help to roll the lip out further and do just a little drop. Now lips, they have lacunae and there are little islands or lakes, and if you press hard, you'll see it sort of like create a bleb, and you have to really right then try to massage that out. If it doesn't go away, you should have some hyaluronidase, and I'm going right at the wet lip border here. Pinch. She doesn't need a lot, so I'm just doing this for demonstration too.
She likes that.
And again, I avoid too much in the midline. You move that light for me. Come straight back in. Paying attention for symmetry, I think, is important. And then trying to keep people looking natural and not done. This is LA. Housewives of Beverly Hills. Those lips are just kind of just like fake looking. But you look good, so that's good right there. Better if you need.
We'll do another session and touch it up.
Yeah, I'll make you look like Housewives of Beverly Hills. Okay.
Can you point out to the muscles
Now
that
this
we
is
need
good
to
because
avoid?
she keeps making that crease, so it's helping me with the fine line product, which is right here. I'm sorry?
No, but she has just point out to the muscles we need to avoid her.
For the Botox, you mean, or Disco? Or for fillers?
Both.
Well, fillers you don't have to worry so much about muscle, right? It's No, I was probably intramuscular with that. A lot of that injection just now. The orbicular muscles you can work in and around, and maybe you're mostly submucosal with that, but if you get a little bit in the muscle, that's okay. Feeling is helpful. I'm telling you that. I'll say the other thing when you first start doing this is, and I've seen the trainers doing it while I'm in session with them, and open the needle and then you watch the plunger and it's not moving. So they're really just, you know, they're not squirting. And you'll find yourself doing that too. You're sort of going back and forth with the needle and nothing's coming out, but you're making it swollen so it looks a little better. Make sure you give them a little bit of product. Oops, she's got a little bit straighter lip on this side, and this one starts to curve down a little bit. I don't know if you could make up the difference for that by doing a filler that natural. Like if one side of the lip is a little straighter or a little more curved. Got a lot of success in that. If you're interested in more information on this topic or any of our other topics, please don't hesitate to write at drmaas.com. You can send videos, you can send photographs, or just written text with questions, and I'm happy to answer them. We're more than happy to have you visit our website or visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/Maas Clinic. This is Dr. Corey Maas on Looking Your Best.